Naricon. Thank you for popping in. All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for putting up with that pre-roll ad, and good to see you, Naricon. I hope you're having a good day. I suppose we might as well get going. No reason to stick around. Okay, so let's get started with this job. Hey, Acer. Thank you for coming in. We've got the Rock Climbing Park. As if the Spring Festival... Oh, you guys will have to let me know how the volume is. Is the music audible? Is it too loud compared to me? Just let me know. As if the Spring Festival wasn't enough, DG, the powers that be at Buckingham Council have gone all in on this newfangled Town of the Year competition and asked that we increase the availability of fitness resources within the recreational grounds. I did suggest that a cessation of lawn cutting would increase friction and provide cost-free resistance training, but to no avail. But then Deputy Warden Indian nudged me hard on the shoulder and showed me something extraordinary on their handheld picture slab. You mean a tablet? Parky, we encountered Parky, who's like the park warden in the previous game, and he's just very resistant to change in any new technology. A complete outdoor climbing gym available for an absolute steal. This should keep the outdoor-saurs at bay. Aw, that sucks, Naricon. But hey, now you know, right? Yeah, Luddite, absolutely. So, this is really cute. It's like a dino-themed climbing wall area. I suppose we might as well start with the ground, as always. I hope you guys have been having a good day. It has been raining cats and dogs here. I'd intended to go out and get to go out for a little bit of shopping, but when it started raining, I was like, nah, I'll just stay in. There's nothing that can't keep until Thursday. It's almost uncanny, ain't it, Dirt Finder? How in keeping with Muckingham this facility is? It's almost like it's been commissioned specially for us, and not purchased from a bankrupt Hawaiian theme park. Can I get away with the bigger one? Yeah, it does look like it. I guess I should also be doing this as I go, shouldn't I? Actually, let's go around first. Oh, it doesn't actually matter. It'll all get clean in the end. So the the Adventure Time DLC did come out. I'm going to have to wait until this upcoming paycheck to grab it. Not that it's expensive, I just have to be careful with my muns right now. So maybe we'll do that next weekend. Yeah! That's sort of the vibes today. I'm kind of tired because of all the rain. So I figured, keep it chill. This is actually background music, by the way. It's not in the game. It is from... If anyone wants to look at that later. It'll also be linked in the VOD. Well, I guess I don't have to do that. Yeah, what have you guys been up to today? I was doing a little bit of packing and then took a break to play some Hades too. Because they added some stuff to the game since the last time I played it. I'm trying to picture, because this is like a climbing wall athletic thing for kids mostly. I'm just trying to picture the, kids actually climbing on this. Okay. Well, now that... So are y'all ever doing like a specific activity in a game and are listening to something like a podcast during that activity, and then the next time you play a certain part of the game again, you remember what you were doing? Because I didn't remember this, but apparently the first time I played this level, I was listening to a YouTube video about the history of about some European royal families, and that just came back into my head. A weirdly good sense memory for that. And yet, I can't remember which of the two cousins I don't see on my dad's side very often. I can't remember their names to save my life. Oh well. I think I was listening to history specifically of the Habsburgs and how they became what they, like, the history from the start, which was quite long but very interesting and really sad, because it was focusing on the life of the females of the family, and boy, they had a hard go of it. None of them had a good time. Okay. Okay, I guess we can start with the blue, now that we've got the edges. Oh yeah, you saw that too? I thought did I just like it, or did I reblog? I know exactly what one you're talking about, because I saw the same thing on Blue Sky a few days ago. One jester came up, danced, got slapped, and then I don't know if you saw the video where someone dressed as Pomni comes up like immediately afterward. I just love it when people at the Ren fairs can have fun with things. I saw a Tumblr story that was confirmed to be true about someone brought a drone to record part of the Ren fair, and I think they actually did have permission to do so, and it got shot out of the sky by an archer, and then thereafter, the next year, they had like a fake boulder with like a painting of the event, and brought in another drone, but like dressed it up to make it look like a little dragon or something like that. I don't remember all the details, but I just think it's delightful. I do have to wonder what actual medieval folks would think to see us recreating stuff, though. It also makes me wonder if in a few hundred years' time there's going to be... I don't think that there could be like recreations of our modern day by people in the far future. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Actually, it occurs to me that maybe next year, or this upcoming fall, I might get a chance to go to a Ren fair. I haven't gotten a chance to go to one since I was in high school. I only went to, and even that was not a Ren fair by any means. That was the St. James Fair or whatever. The thing that's like the medieval dinner and a show type thing. Because this is the... Okay, so those are two different zones. Got it. I mean, the volcano type of this boulder park is a classic stratovolcano, just like Rushless. Oh god, I feel like Bridget should be here for this. Highly explosive, with a fast lava flow that doesn't travel far before cooling, leading to those classic steep lit banks. Let's see. worries. Gotta keep snug from eating the wires. Little man, those are not good for you, little guy. He's a little gremlin. Oh my goodness. Little Ray, her parent is out of the house today, and Ray has been very vocally upset about it. She's so funny. You would think that the world ended and or something terrible is going to happen, and she's trying to let us know. Her plaintive yowls. Well, she does this, I don't know if this is common to all cats, but with Ray, when she's like doing the noise that she's like calling out for my roommate, who is her parent, to come home, she'll do this meow, meow, like repeatedly, like just this sad, like calling noise. And I'm like, baby, there's nothing we can do. Your Wren will be home soon, I promise. But of course she doesn't understand English, her object permanence. This is the cat who doesn't understand that a door will go to the same place every time you open that door. Oh no! I'm sorry, Snug! I don't know! I do know I was trying to imitate Ray when she was upset about, parent being gone, so sorry, Snug. I probably said something terrible. Yeah, I guess I might as well get this while I'm back here. So yeah, I won't go into detail about it, but I am moving, within probably June-ish, so I gotta get everything packed up and ready to go. And, I'm gonna be in the same building as my current roommates, but not in the same unit. So I'm not gonna be able to see Ray nearly as much. Or, you know, her humans. So that'll take quite a lot of getting accustomed to. It's gonna be extremely stressful because I hate moving and I hate change, but this will be a lot better moving forward. Yeah, I was going to say, if anyone could relate, it would be you, Acer. I gotta find out where I can donate stuff around here when I'm going through my stuff, because I've got a bunch of clothes I don't wear on the regular that someone else could get better use of, and some books that I was given but don't really want to keep. And I was told to just throw things away, but I grew up poor. I don't want to just toss things, I want to donate them. Yeah, the goal is to spend like 2 or 3 hours every day off for the next month packing, and that ought to honestly get a lot of it done without burning me out. Whereas Hawaii, as you know, is full of shield volcanoes. They have a slow flow rate and are less explosive, leading to gentle slopes what cover a wider area. Frankly, if I saw this at a Hawaiian theme park, I'd demand a refund. Yeah, the room I'm going into is going to be about the same size as my current space, so I don't really foresee a problem fitting stuff in. But I should still, you know, when you live anywhere, you accumulate junk that you might not necessarily need. So now is the perfect time to go through and cut down on the clutter. do everything over there? Yes. It is kind of interesting that just the floor alone was like 34 or 35% of the entire zone, which makes sense. It is covering a lot of surface area. I think I should tackle the little volcanoes before I tackle the big old structure. I need phaser beam. I need a magic wand. That's what I need. Just boop. Dirt be gone. I think I need to go back to watching like history stuff. For whatever reason, my feed has been full of internet drama stuff recently, and while some of it has been very, very interesting, especially the ones involving actual court cases and recent events, like among like internet personalities, I think I'm at the point where I'm like, I need to start watching edutainment again and not whatever this is. One of the YouTubers at whose stuff I watch, yeah, I know there are a lot of internet or YouTube channels for that, so oh man, having the History Channel and stuff and Discovery Channel on at all times was like, we only had cable for a few years in high school, but that was like the highlight. Access to those channels was the highlight of that experience. Okay, yeah, we might as well do these smaller ones first, then we'll tackle the big guy. One thing I think I might want to go back and watch is some of the stuff I enjoyed from the Discovery Channel, like Dirty Jobs. Glow with the flow? You sound like just who we need to clean up after our roller disco fiasco here in Bucketon. Okay, yeah, that sounds fun. A roller disco. I also enjoy the fact that every single person who contacts us gives us a different nickname. Like Dirt Finder. I don't even remember all of them. Roller disco gone wrong. I just want to spot clean the little bits first. I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, so that is all is the same spot. Got it. Oh, it would look really cool if lit up at night. I don't think it does, but that would be wicked cool. Especially if, like, these red parts, like these handholds, like, lit up. Be perfect for a volcano area, too, to light up. Not clean yet. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just double checking to make sure these are clean. Because I sort of hate cleaning up everything after the fact. All the missed parts. Okay, I think they're good. Now I just gotta get... There we go, there's that, and then... Woo! I might come back to the trees and the lizard. Dimetrodon! I do have to wonder what this purpley dirt is meant to be. if you guys didn't see the announcement, the company that released this game is ending their partnership with Square Enix. So if you own the first PowerWash simulator and the Tomb Raider and Final Fantasy VII DLCs are currently free, and you have to claim them before, I think it's May 19th. And then after that date, they're gone for good. But if you claim them and add them to your account, then you have them permanently. Oops, sorry. This reminds me of like a bigger version of the climbing wall they had at our local fair growing up. Like they'd always run a fair, and it only had a couple of big rides, but there were a couple, there were smaller attractions and obviously, a ton of folks selling stuff. We had a climbing wall that I was too chicken to ever attempt. Shara and heights do not get along. That's probably why God made me so short. God, genetics made me short. My mom's like 4'10" on a good day. Not in this case. No, that was relegated to our to the playground at the school. God, that is such a very specific thing, Acer. That's so real. Did I hit all the handholds? Not this one. there. So once I'm moved and situated, I would like to do another couple of longer streams finishing that Kingdom Hearts 1 playthrough I started for the marathon last May. I'm not going to have the time to do that for the next two or 3 months, but once the move is done and I'm unpacked and everything, I think I'd like to do that on one of my days off. There we are. Actually, you know what a way simpler way to check this is? The small volcano stuff. Okay, wherpst. Or wherpst is not the correct word. I should stop using that when I just mean where. Wherpst has a very specific use. It's just such a funny word to say. Oh, are you around here? Yeah. Okay, what else? Okay, that was it for those. I suppose I might as well do these while I'm down here. Hey Parky, I don't think this was a in a Hawaiian park. I think this was in a dinosaur park. I'm also curious as to if they purchased this and this is now in our park. How did it get installed here when it was filthy? Actually, never mind. That actually makes plenty of sense. If it was a defunct park, then yeah, what reason would they have to clean something before selling it? That's good. Cleaning them? Yeah. I'm guessing this is all just plastic. It would kind of have to be. There's no way these are actual plants. So... we don't exactly know what... It's sort of implied that where we are is on the west coast of the country. What with the, you know, the volcanoes and the ocean that's nearby and the desert. So the presence of actual palm trees is not... would not work. Speaking of which, I am really glad that they made, like, they built so much of this map out to make it feel like a more, like a, you know, like an actual living world. And I really appreciate that. My brain is doing the ADHD, or the ADD in my case, thing in the background of thinking just random things as we're going along. And in my case, it's thinking about a lot of the gossip videos I saw about the internet celebrities over the past couple days. That, for whatever reason, one of them showed up on my feed, and then I was like, okay, but this is interesting, though. And there's actually been quite a lot of stuff that's been happening recently. Like, this one dude who was causing a lot of problems in South Korea finally got sentenced. And is actually going to spend time in prison, which is good, because he's a terrible person. Like, one of those nuisance streamers. Somebody else who tried to falsely accuse someone of SA is going to be arraigned soon, and is going to get, if not a prison sentence, then a long time of oh, what do you call it? Not parole. Oh, I don't remember what the word for it is, but I think you know who I'm talking about. And then this other dude this fitness influencer has been in and out of, like, it's one of those dudes with a terrible sense of, or a terrible temper, and yet he's trying to sell courses on helping people be like alpha males. He got himself into wicked trouble again, and his Seek is probably looking at 20-30 years in prison. I hate to it's you know what? It's Schadenfreude. It's Schadenfreude. These are all terrible people, and I kind of want them to, in lieu of other people going to prison that really should be right now in this world, it's good to see these other people who do comparatively smaller crimes get what is coming to them. So I guess it's like watching a train wreck for me. Once I started watching that first video, I was like, okay, but this is interesting. And the Schadenfreude. That said, I think I've had enough of that for the week, unless other crazy stuff happens. Okay, now that we're done with the down here bit, I'm sort of wondering how best to tackle this. Maybe I should tackle the this first. The centerpiece. Although I think, yeah, I think perhaps let's get as much as I can from down here, and then I'll use this thing. I didn't actually want to go on that, but okay. If you say so. Oh! No, it... Thank God they made this thing for this game, because some of these levels would not be doable without a tool like this. Oh, that was one other thing I wanted to say, is when they actually make this, when they actually open this climbing wall, hopefully they've got harnesses and ropes and stuff they'll use. Shara, it's a game. You don't have to be worried about that. Maybe I don't have to, but that's where my brain goes anyway. Where is all of your dirt, my friend? Ah. I wouldn't want to fall that way. All that way. That is broken bones and maybe broken neck height. I'm not sure about these reptiles, though. They're not native to Caldera County, I don't believe. My dude, it's dinosaurs. But India's tried their best to make them look like skinks and whiptails, so fingers crossed we get away with it. I feel like Karki is the park warden is very much somebody who misses the joke a lot of the time, I think. Very old-fashioned person. so let's take advantage of being up on this thing. Get as much of this edge as we can. We've got an ad coming up in just under 5 minutes, my dudes. I'm just gonna let it run when it does. Because goodness knows it's still gonna take me a hot minute to finish this level. Let's see, yeah, let's reduce this a bit. We had actual thunder in real life today. So even though it was chilly, I guess it was warm enough for some form of thunderstorm. Where I can put my cursor is slightly limited while I'm in here. Okay, let me get off then. We actually had at my old college a rock climbing wall, but it was pretty small and it was completely indoors. But you still had to wear a harness and whatnot. Okay, now let's get this other side. Let's get back in this, shall we? These are such fun colors. Okay, so let me check. Wait, am I in the rear or the front? I'm on the front. Okay, so I think the rest of those are on the other side. Might as well take a second, clean what part of this I can get, and then I'm gonna switch to the other side, I think. Do the other side of the climbing wall. Whoop! I didn't mean to pop right off, but that works too. Oh yeah, I gotta do you, buddy. I might as well do to, like, here. I think. I guess I don't have to worry about that. I should just okay, yes. Go up. Alright. Well, thanks for putting up with the ads, my dears. That for another hour. In the interim, I've gone to the other side. Oh, you're dirty. Okay. That rock was still dirty. Careful to not just jump out of the harness. Got it. No, that's definitely the rock. That's... okay. Oh, you're the same. Okay. Don't mind me, just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Nope. Good thing the Power Washer is essentially a superhero, and you know, falling that height isn't a problem for them. I think I was watching Proxy stream the last time I played this level too. If no one's watching Proxy, you absolutely should. She's another member of the Kit Cafe, and a truly excellent bean. It's gonna be her birthday soon. Oh no. No, meh. The reason I did that is because I can't get to that side of that damn rock. Okay. Alright, Alrighty. Well, I guess I'll leave the dinos for last. I guess. Do I want to move? I'm wondering where to. Should I? I guess I'm already up here. I might as well just clean, and then when I inevitably fall, I will clean from down there. What did I say? Let's do as much as I physically can from this position before moving, shall we? No more folly, please. This is not the easiest to climb, I must say. I guess we might as well do the platform while I'm up here. Not the pterodactyl, though. I'll leave that for last. Where am I? Ah, there you are. Okay. those are two different parts. Got it. I am looking forward to playing the Adventure Time DLC, though. It looks really cute. Okay, I think that's everything for this side. The end is within sight. Okay, there we go. I guess we might as well do like a chunk at a time here. guess I might as well get this one up here. Where's the bit of dirt that I'm missing here? Are you up here? What if I... Ah, there we go. In some I was gonna say something along the lines of, in some respects it's easier cleaning this way and also harder. But the amount of falling stays the same. does that mean? Yeah. I think I'm done now with everything except for the pterodactyl and the Dimetrodon. How much of you am I going to be able to clean from down here, sir? If I can get this done without having to get anything else, any other tools involved, I'll be happy. We'll see. Excuse me. Excuse me. Goodness. Okay, I think the head is gonna be my foe here. Is that it? Did I miss anything else? Nope. Now I've just got the Dimetrodon. Woo! Don't ask how we did that without hurting ourselves. Don't worry about it. Oh, look at him! I love him. Also, during that piece of dialogue earlier, the park ranger referred to Indy, one of their coworkers, as they. So I'm happy to announce the canonical existence of non-binary folks in this game. It's just nice. Not something I take for granted when I come across it, to be honest. So we clean a knot. So remember how we cleaned a Stegosaurus slide in the first game in the playground? I'm having flashbacks. Woo! We did the thing! DG, that truly was another outstanding effort. Where would we be without your ablutive skill set? We've already had a great many takers for it, though no one's made the summit. Perhaps I'll feel more confident once Indy's back with the crash mats from the abandoned health club. Heck, I might even have to climb myself. Indy challenged me to make it to the top, and, well, they don't know it, but I was actually a bit of a mover and a shaker back in the day, you know. Okay, on to the roller disco. I was gonna say, Bridget is gonna be happy about this. Earlier, when we first started stream, and the park ranger started talking about the different types of volcanoes, I was like, this is perfect. These are two things Bridget loves. Dinosaurs and volcanoes. Alright, roller disco. DeMarcus Aurelius. Welcome to the town of Bucketon, home of the Taco Dorger. If you don't know what that is, it's a taco shaped like a hot dog that tastes like a burger. Traditionally served by a dog in lederhosen, but that's not relevant to its name or the taste. Or this job, for that matter. Anyway, the reason you're here is that we've just had a huge win. For years now, local enterprises have been forced to use our old roller disco as a makeshift premise, but an anonymous benefactor has come through with a substantial donation. It means that we can roll everyone out into our brand new community hub and still have enough left over to clean this place up and restore it to its original purpose. Lace your boots, y'all. Bucketon's back on the map. Actually, give me a sec, because it looks like we're maxed out on these are the P things are the ones we use to get cosmetics. And furniture. Let me see. Let me just... I don't like being maxed out, because then you don't earn anything from the next job you do. Okay, there we go. Start washing? Nope. Alright, let's do this. Give me just a quick sec. I have a couple of alerts I wanted to check on real quick. Make sure it's nothing urgent. I don't think it is, but it's better safe than sorry. Okay, nope, nothing urgent. Look at this place. This is very... depending on what the colors are underneath all this grime, like the layout is somewhat 50s roller rink, but I'm wondering what the colors are going to be. Oh, that's 80s. That is vaporwave. Oh, that's fun. Okay, let's start with the floor as usual. This looks like some very interesting food residue. Perhaps the result of folks eating those taco burgers. Now, Sir Gnome, I appreciate your presence, but not right there. As you can see, when I broke the news to everyone, there were scenes. I'll explain. Please do. If you could just... Thank you. No, Sherry, you're getting too in-depth. Just the floor, just the floor. Focus. Okay, damn, that stuff is sticking in there. Taco Durger reminds me of Hot Durger, which is just a burger served in, like, chopped up and served in a hot dog bun. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna focus on this lobby first, I think. I do love these colors. They remind me of Proxy. Our favorite glitch cat. Okay. Okay, so this is a separate zone. Got it. Problem being, with what this... Where's the dirt? Okay. I guess it figured itself out. You need to scoot for a sec here. Can you go here without causing a problem? No. you so picky about where you can go? Are you gonna be picky? Apparently. Ah, so that this is divided up into chunks as well, is it? Yep. Okay, so it ends. Can you? It's also picky. Oh, look at this! Oh, it changes color. That's delightful. Okay. Seriously, look at this. Looks like... yeah, like cheese, mustard, ketchup, maybe? Which, given what they... if they were serving the taco diggers here, that would track. I do rather enjoy that this entire place is the buy flag, I will say. kind of love that. Maybe not quite, because I think that needs red, doesn't it? Oh, I don't remember. Don't ask me. My brain's fried. Someone had fun designing this level, and I love that for them. After this, I should do the ceiling, because it's the... If I'm eating a meal, I consider the ceiling the vegetables that I don't necessarily want to eat, but are mandatory for me to enjoy the rest of my meal. I'm gonna get that out of the way first. After I finish the floor. Okay. So I'll do the ceiling in here, and then I'll move on to the floor and ceiling in there. And then we'll do the actual fun parts, which is all the walls. Is that separate? Yep. Best possible way to do this, I wonder. What am I missing? Ah, there we go. would like to know how they got this much dirt on the ding-dang ceiling, though. Like, that is impressive. And it's so dark. Is it soot? What kind of dirt is this? God, the wood paneling, though, is giving me flashbacks to the trailer I grew up in, because it was built in the 50s, and it had the whole living room and one wall in the hallways, in the primary hallway, was wood paneling. Ceiling 1. Alright, my dears, we've got another ad coming up in 5 minutes. Okay, ceiling 2. I didn't do that for over here, did I? There we go. Oh, are we getting the story now? In the corner, by the high tables, is where Jams has been running her company kitchen, or community kitchen. Not only is her cooking incredible, but her language is even spicier than her hot sauce, so the kids are like moths to a flame. When she found out that we refurbed the diner on the corner of Ellison Street, she went wild and cooked up a feast for half the town. Your your retainer stole someone's bar rack. Amazing. I will never not to be deeply amused by the random crap that retainers come home with. Especially, Kit loves to tell the story of how his Lullafellam retainer came home with a roof. Meanwhile, I'm just like, yeah, sounds about right. Jeez, whatever this stuff is on the ceiling, it's not really fond of coming off. Okay. I get the feeling I am not going to be fond of this high roof here. That ad's about to start any second, my dears. Yep. Cooperate with me, please. Thank you. Okay. Doop. Doop. Looks like this is supposed to be cobwebs, maybe? I do think I should do this while up here, though, because otherwise I'll just have to get out the ladder again. Thanks for putting up with that ad. I'm hoping to get this done before the next ad break. We'll see. It's a pretty sizable level, but we shall see. What did y'all name this? Yeah, let me finish cleaning this so I can see. Is it Happy Wheels, Happy Feels or something? Okay, yeah, it's difficult to clean that when I'm right directly. Disco wheels and groovy feels. Okay, that is cute. Okay. Alright, that's good. Floor time again. Can't wait to get the explanation for what all the crap is, like all this pink dirt. And did someone get crazy with glitter up in here? Is that it? Because that would not be out of the question for a discotheque. Oh, that didn't work at all. I thought I was being so clever. This? Did they have a petting zoo in here? This looks like hay. look at this little guy. Aw, oh no, he is graffiti. Now I'm sad. I was hoping he was in the design, but no, he's just graffiti. R.I.P. Sorry, little guy. What is all this? What is this? Is it like milkshakes? It kind of looks like milkshakes, maybe. I don't know. And the blue. What is the blue? Slurpees? The blue raspberry Slurpees? Or ices? Whatever you call them. This is cute too. Cool. What's it say? Heart, diamond. I don't think it actually says anything. It's actually apart from the word cool. Okay, we might as well start here. So part of the problem here is that, let me change it to green, maybe? Dang it, come on. Yeah, because this, unlike the orange, it doesn't share any of the primary colors used in the zone. Meaning it's easier to pick out. There we go, that is definitely an improvement. bits and bobs all over the place. Okay, so it is adequate. This green one is adequate, but I gotta be careful with it. Okay. Are those bathrooms? Doesn't say. When I was growing up, we had this one building in town that changed hands quite a lot. But when I was like kindergarten age and a little bit before and after, it was used as like a public space. Like there was a tiny kitchen. One corner of this space had like a little TV set up. It was like one giant open room and with really high ceilings. Or that's how Baby Cheryl remembered it being. And the main part of the room was sort of open. And with tables and stuff for it. Basically, it was some place for your kids to go after school, to be looked after by a handful of adults, so you didn't have to pay for babysitting and stuff. And this reminds me of that for whatever reason. It's a blast in the past. I watched my first anime there. I didn't realize that until I got much older, but I was still it was like, I think it was the first episode, it was one of the early episodes with Sailor Mercury and Sailor Moon, when it was on TV at the time. I don't know what year that was. I'd have to look and see when Sailor Moon was first brought to the US to get and put on cable to get an idea. I also saw my first episode of Reboot there, if I'm remembering correctly. And unfortunately because it was funded by the town, so of course it did get shut down eventually, and was replaced by a hardware store. Yeah, it was right near the elementary school, so it was perfect for everybody. Spent a lot of time there. Playing board games, and I have distinct memories of... Because old folks, it was also pretty close to the old folks' home. So sometimes I'd bring the old folks there to socialize. So I think I must have been... I can't have been older than 7. I distinctly remember this old lady really wanted to go on a walk around the corners of the room, but didn't want to do it alone, so I just escorted her the whole time. We just did laps. I found out later it was the mother of a good friend of the family. It's just interesting is all. Anyway, I'll stop babbling. It's just very old memories. By the DJ booth is where Tony's been running his bird sanctuary. Okay, so it was an animal thing. He gets everyone involved with that. Every Saturday morning, you'll see him lead this long line of kids down the street, all doing this bizarre head-flexing pigeon walk into the roller disco. When he found out he was going to be heading our new community wildlife center, his jaw nearly hit the floor. Unfortunately, when he then decided to launch his pigeons into a celebratory flyover of the disco, well, it was like the birth of the universe in here. Pure chaos. Yeah, well, that would explain quite a lot, actually. Though why there's not more bird poo, I'm not sure. There we go. Okay. Squishy. Yeah, I guess we might as well get these while we're at it. They're sort of floor. Oh, it's a bench. Graffiti. Go. Now, turn it. I might as well do this other one. Since I already did the bench on the other one. On the other wall, rather. And then paint the roof that I'm procrastinating on doing because it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a pain. Okay, I guess we might as well start with this roof, given that it is closer to the ground. so there's that. So, just so you guys know, if we hit the next ad break and I'm still not done this level, and I don't think I am gonna be, I think I'm gonna call it for the night and pick it up the other half of the level next time, just because I can't stay up too late, and I was not expecting 2 pretty long levels in a row is all. I hate stopping levels partway through, but sometimes it's becoming necessary. Okay, I gotta get up at 7, and I still have to shower and put some stuff together for tomorrow, so yeah. Sorry about that, my dudes. I genuinely thought I would be able to get this level done as well, but I don't think that's in the cards. Certainly make a good attempt, though. Is that a disco? Oh, Shara, you're in a disco. You're in a disco ring, Shara. Of course it's a fucking disco ball. did my brain remember that? Truly, my brain is on free association mode right now, and I just remembered in the context of how I was talking about crimes done by influencers recently. There was a dude, I don't remember if he was Irish or Scottish, but he was a pretty well-known YouTube fella from back in the day and was still doing pretty well. And he faked, so he recorded a Twitch stream, and he set it to play and didn't tell anyone it was like a rerun pre-recorded. Oh, sorry, I gotta read this. Hey, Angel, can you come to the farm? We've had another mishap. This time with our tractor. Oh, it's Annie Mall. But, so I don't remember his name off the top of my head right this moment. What I do remember is that he was recently found, so he had, like I said, had faked a stream. Didn't tell anybody it was a rerun or that it was pre-recorded. He pretended that it was real, and he recorded it ahead of time, set it to play, claimed that that OBS was causing problems, and that he couldn't see as a result, he couldn't see the chat, and acted like the problems only started after he started streaming, and that he didn't want to, look at stuff on browsers, so he wouldn't be interacting much with the stream. And, so with that as an excuse, he went and he killed his pregnant girlfriend. And he was just recently, I believe, convicted for it. Or arrested for it. Even though the actual thing happened, like, I think a year or so ago now. The local folks were, like, gathering evidence about it. But they found out that he faked that live stream pretty early on. So that was wild. And I think that's part of why nowadays, if you've noticed, Twitch has a thing that you have to click. If you upload a thing, you have to mark it as like either a past stream or a rerun. I don't know if this came out as a result of that whole thing, or if it was already there, but either way, that was kind of nutty. Obviously, feel super bad for the lady and her, family. I don't like it when my entertainment spheres collide. When streamer drama and true crime combines. Not a big fan. Is that all clean? Yes. Thank you. No, that won't work. Vaporwave is the name for like this aesthetic, right? The like sunset colors with the neon. It makes for a very interesting combination with the almost 50s aesthetic of 50s, 60s, 70s aesthetic of you know, a disco in the first place. Well, we've got multiple things combined, squished into the same building. Disco is what, 70s? But then you've got like the soda fountains type of aesthetic in the lobby area, which is sort of more of a sort of slightly more 50s vibe. And the roller rink thing too. But then, yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting mesh. And the Vaporwave itself is very much more of an 80s, 90s thing. So, tis a fun space. Can I get the rest of that from down here? Not quite. Close, but... Oh, well, I'm thinking about it. I'll do that in a sec. There we go. Now, while I'm up here... Yep. There. Well, that's a lot of the most irritating part of this done. The roof and the floors. Let's try to get a tiny bit more done before the next ad break pops. this? Oh, it's a poster. Roller disco, bringing back the 80s. May 3rd, June something. Music and competitions, food. Neat. Okay. Alright, so that's good. Oh, both of those were the same piece. Got it. Hey, looks like the old roller disco is finally making a comeback. How do you know? Slay! Can't wait! Open already! Finally! Hope they changed the boots, though. Those things were slower than a turtle in a cooler when I was a kid. That weren't the boots. That weren't the boots, Reg. That was the sticky floor from you spilling your slushies all over. I didn't spill a drop. My persistent verticality at rollers can be independently verified. Well, I guess we'll see about that. Well, it looks like this place won't be wanting for clients. For customers. It's so interesting, because this is like all the same thing. It's really difficult to clean that when space is limited. Even though I'm a little suspicious about the mayor's motives in this whole contest thing, because you know we've established he's a greedy bastard and is very selfish. Even if that is the case and he's got some bad ulterior motive, it has resulted in us, like, for multiple towns in the Caldera, cleaning up and refurbishing and like helping to fix a lot of the locations in these towns. So, I mean, that's a good side effect, even if I don't trust the mayor as far as I can throw him. Well, I thought this was a secondary food booth, but no, this is for the skates. That makes so much more sense. Yes, spray the POS system, that's redundant. Spray the POS with water. That won't cause problems. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna lie, one of the #1 reasons I don't want to go back into retail is learning how to use different POS, like which is points of sale. You know, the register in essence. Every single place I ever worked had a different one, and they all sucked. It was honestly easier at the place I worked that did not have one of them, and you had to calculate. That was in my hometown, the mom and pa restaurant that I worked at as a teenager. Honestly, it was in some respects easier, if more time consuming, to calculate everything manually and just use a standard cash register. Sorry, I had to do a thing real quick. scaling. There we go. Ah. Alright. We still got a lot to go, but we're a lot closer, and all the really irritating parts have been done, so next time we ought to be able to get this done relatively quickly and then move on to the next level. I do think that's where I'm gonna call it for the night, though. Just because, again, I can't stay up much longer. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. I very much appreciate you keeping me company. I'll have my schedule out in probably 15 minutes here after I end stream. Night, Naracon and Acer, thank you guys so much for joining me. Who do we want to go say hi to tonight? The Alchemist is doing... Actually, we might want to send it to Cress. Yeah, so I was gonna list the bunch of people who are doing stuff, but... I'm gonna send it over to Cress, because she's doing that release of the story thing that she's been working on for a long time for her, like, her VTuber. And that looks really cool. It says, Ghosts of Glacier Part 1 Lore Event. So, I think that's gonna be really cool. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for keeping me company. Take care, stay safe, and until we talk again, have a good one. Now let's go say hi to Crescent.